Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's ST video, where we're going to take a look at Barbarian, and no, not Palace Software's head-chopping simulator that we had a look at last week, Barbarian from Psygnosis, published in 1987. And I don't think there were any dedicated ads for this one. Seems like this was usually advertised together with other Psygnosis games, especially Terrapods. And I believe this was one of the 4 first games I got for my ST. And coming from a ZX Spectrum, my mind was blown away. Together with my eyes and my ears, this game just looked and sounded so amazing, especially after being subjected to Spectrum colors. And I still remember seeing screenshots from this game before I actually had an ST in various magazines. You can see one of them here from Computer and Video Games. And that just made me want to get an ST so badly. It just looked amazing. There were also more cool screenshots on the back of the game box. But interestingly enough, none of these screenshots are actually from the game. They do not exist, not in the ST version and not in the Amiga version either, as far as I know. So perhaps these were just early mock-ups or they just tried to make the game look more attractive, I don't know. And many of these screenshots also contains way too many enemies and projectiles. There was no way that the game engine could support this many sprites, because the game runs really slowly. And I believe that the Amiga version is actually even a bit slower than the ST version. So maybe they had intended to have more enemies on screen moving about, and then they just realized that nope, there's no way we're gonna get this to work. And the cover art for the game was done by Roger Dean, and he worked on quite a few other covers for Psygnosis, and I also believe he did the logo and also I think usually the manual layout and design. And he had a pretty unique style that suited Psygnosis very well. But enough said about that, let's just dive into Barbarian. And sadly, there's not going to be any head shopping in this one. Or the classical Psygnosis present screen. I think this was the first time I saw it back in the day. And a very nice loading screen. We also get a very nice rendition of the Roger Dean cover artwork. And yes, that dragon is actually in the game. So I believe that Dean's artwork was specifically commissioned for the game, actually. And welcome to the world of Barbarian. Well, thank you very much. And I just remembered that I saw the Amiga version of this game with the intro on some sort of computer fair back in the 80s. I didn't have an ST yet, but I remember seeing that intro where that Barbarian just chops a chain with his sword and just being completely blown away. And once I got hold of the ST version, I was a bit disappointed that that animation was not included. They probably didn't have enough disk space or something, but yeah, I was like, oh, come on. But let's press a key and get into the game. Here we have the Barbarian, and I remember seeing this for the first time and thinking, wow, this looks amazing. And of course the first thing I did was trying to go to the left. Yeah, you can't do that. And yes, I tried many a times jumping this trap here, and I don't think you can do it. There's probably nothing over here. And the controls in this game are a little bit special because you can use a joystick to kinda move around, but trust me, you don't want to do that because the controls in general are just horrible. But what you're supposed to do is use the kind of this menu system here. You can press up and down to climb up and down ladders and go left and right, and I think this one stops and this one jumps. Oh, I jumped onto the next screen where we meet our first enemy, this very bouncy fella here. This button runs in the direction I'm facing, this button attacks, and I think we have to press the attack button about 15 minutes in advance. Well, maybe not quite, because there is a huge delay between you pressing one of these awful buttons and actually something happening on screen. It's almost like you're sending a fax to the computer and telling it, please go right. You can see it takes a lot of time. Especially if he needs to do an animation, it takes even longer. So, lightning reflexes, you don't really need that here. You just kind of need to send a fax in advance telling the game what you want to be doing. And let me see, what is that? Is that drop weapon? No, it's backwards flip. Okay, and this is... Oh yeah, this is the fun one. Let's see. Oh, you're still here, man. Well, let me just chop you up. And this animation was so cool. And this looks even better on a CRT. So amazing. But anyway, this button I believe is run away. Bravely run away. I love this. He will just keep running, I believe, until he encounters sweet death. Or maybe not. He stops after a staircase. But let's just have him run this way. See what happens. Yes, another trap. The game is filled with cheap traps. And it does get pretty annoying. And if we press... Oh dear. I think I maybe... No, I'm still alive. Let's just stop up here. If we... Please, stop. Stop. Jeez. If we right-click, we have, I think, we can pick up and drop stuff. I believe. Yeah! And when we find additional weapons, they will show up here, and also arrows, because there's a bow in the game. But hey, let's restart, I think, because I want to be having maximum amount of lives. You have failed in your quest. Well, yeah, I have. And I have not scored. Oh, bummer. And again, the controls are absolutely horrible. And that happens a lot. I stab this stupid bouncy thing. Yeah, it's so infuriating. Let's just restart again. So let's just press well in advance. Yeah, for some reason I didn't die there. He kind of landed on my face, but yeah, hit detection isn't great either. And quickly press stop like a maniac here because we want to be stopping. Because we want to be jumping. I think I can just press this, right? Yeah, that worked. And the sample sound effects, wow, so cool. Oh shit, forgot about you, dude. Oh man, I'd completely forgotten about this guy. Oh, bummer. I thought I was going to end up in this room, actually. Well, we actually have two enemies and also a projectile thing. And you can see the game is slowing down quite substantially. But let's just run and, oh yeah, timing stuff is not great. Oh, balls. Can we just jump past this? I think we can. No, we can't even do that. My life is yet again forfeit. Well, I'm used to it, so don't worry about it. Okay, we are back here. Let's just ignore this place because I don't want that arrow anyway. And there's another one of these guys. Let's see if we can make a hole in him. Or her, or whatever gender it may belong to. Take that. As you see there, I didn't actually hit it, but hey, it doesn't matter, does it? And of course, this bridge is trapped, so let's just jump. Hopefully, that worked perfectly fine. And yes, the controls are absolutely horrible. This guy... That rock over there is also a monster, I believe. So, no, don't. Oh, hang on. I think it goes this way. Maybe let's just run and jump, maybe. Get out of the way. Oops. Oh, dear. I think I may have smacked my face against a solid surface, and this guy, of course, comes charging. Yeah, there's another cheap trap. Well, maybe not that cheap. You can see that the rock is clearly moving, so there's something funky going on. But let's just grab this arrow, because supposedly it's pretty useful. Yeah! The game does indeed look gorgeous, and sounds great. Hadn't it been for that, I wouldn't have played this, because, yeah, the controls are really rather awful. And hang on, there's something here if I recall correctly. Let's just run. Yes, of course there is. There's an, integrated circuit landing on my face. Or back, maybe more like it. Yeah. I thought it was over here, but no! But you do, of course, learn where things are hidden. Take that to the back. Yeah, if it hadn't been for the sound and graphics, I don't think I would have been too bothered with this one because it is exceptionally frustrating, and I believe we are going to have to go up here to avoid getting twanged. I actually remember this because I played this game a fair amount. Because I didn't have that many other games. Oh, no. Don't. I don't want to mess with you. So, if you don't mind, come on, come over here. Oh, he's going down even though I said don't do that. Well, never mind then. No, don't face that way, for God's sake. And then just... yeah, it seems like he's got a mind of his own. And I'm pressing the wrong bastard button. Did I mention that the control sucks? Well, I'm doing it again. And the inputs are also buffered, so yeah, if you press a button too many times, it will just keep repeating that action. I barely poked his nose there, but yeah, I still hit him. Get down, please. And I think this guy, if I go... No, don't go that way. I didn't want to go that way. Why are you... And again, he just controls himself, this barbarian bastard, and please go down. And the sequel to this game, I think was called Obliterator, had very similar controls, and I actually think it was worse. I think they claimed that they had improved it, but yeah, I just remember it as being even worse than this. And let's try and... Oh my God, avoid the integrated circuit. No, go this way. I'm pressing buttons, you useless game. Okay. So let's just run and jump. Get out of here because I don't care. What? Okay, never mind then, never mind. Yes, I think I mentioned I played this game way too much back in the day, and I think I got as far as I got the bow, and I remember going down, and I think I met the dragon, I'm pretty sure I did, and he just kept trouncing my face over and over again, so I eventually just gave up because, my God, again, the controls were just killing my desire to play the game completely, but I still love the graphics and the sound effects. In that regard, this game is very impressive considering how early it is. And I do not remember. And why are you not stopping? I'm pressing this. Oh, it did stop. All right. It just took about 25 minutes. I don't remember if there's anything special happening here. Oh, no, he didn't stop. Oh, he just changed the color palette and took a bit of a break. Oh, well, can I chop you up? Yes, I can. Yeah, sometimes the game just ignores controls, just completely. It's like, nah, I don't care. And I'm a bit surprised that something didn't fall on my head here. Because now my memory is getting a little bit fuzzy. Go down, please. Don't hesitate. Brain boy. I think if we go over here... Please, go left. My God. I think we can trick this little bugger to just run over here and disappear forever. So let's go over and see if he takes the bait. Maybe he doesn't. No, he doesn't. But we can grab the arrow. And then we're just going to ignore him. I don't think there's anything up there that we need. Probably just another arrow, maybe. But I believe it was a very good idea to get hold of arrows. The bow is already over here because I remember finding it further down. Probably because I didn't want to fight this thing that looks like a bloody mech. Do not want to deal with him now either, so let's just carry on. Nice armor, dude. And nice spikes. And what the hell is that? And please, I'm pressing stop, God. And there's one of the hellhounds from Ghostbusters, I think. And this room just looks way too quiet, and I don't remember anything about it, but let's just go. Oh, don't. Yeah, I have failed in my quest and I've at least completed 19% of this game, which isn't too bad, I guess. But this game requires a lot of patience and, more importantly, stubbornness and willingness to torment yourself, because, my god, it's hard to convey how bad the controls actually are. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe Psygnosis felt that, this game engine runs too slowly, we can't have joystick controls, so maybe we should use mouse controls, because mouse controls got to be really cool, no one's done that before. Maybe that was how they were thinking. Who knows? But I think I am quite done with this one. It was kind of nice to reacquaint myself with the game, but I don't particularly want to replay this one 400 times. And that's kind of another problem. You can't save the game. So once you've got to the, like I did, got to the dragon and he trounced my face over and over, it's not fun having to replay all of the game up till that point, because you most likely will succumb to the awful controls or stupid traps that you just forget about because you get annoyed. So yeah, let's just head over to the review section and see what some other people had to say about the controls and such. And not surprisingly, ST user's Bob Chappell was really impressed by the game and gave it an overall of 9 out of 10, and even gave the graphics 10 out of 10, which honestly it did deserve at the time. And he wrote, Barbarian is a superb game. The graphics, animation and sound effects are brilliant, and the game is easy to play, yet far from simple to conquer. Yeah, you could say that again. And he finished with, Barbarian is going to take some beating. If you are even in danger of getting blasé about ST games, buy Barbarian and prepare to be electrified. And also, plenty frustrated. And I don't believe this review mentions anything about the controls really, how frustrating they are, which is kind of surprising. I mean, okay, it's early days, so yeah. And ST user was always very excited about most games. Ace was a little bit less enthusiastic and gave it a mystery rating of 725. And they wrote, Barbarian is full of humor and has a lot of instant appeal. It's easy to identify with the hero, and the graphics create an atmosphere which draws you into the world of the game. But there are some annoyances, it's a shame the game doesn't scroll, and it's exceptionally frustrating that you can't save a game after hours of exhausting adventuring. And they don't really mention the controls either as far as I can see, except that they find them initially confusing, but not too difficult to master, which I might not entirely agree with. But hey, at least they are better than Obliterator's controls. And with that, I'm just going to say thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed this quick peek at Barbarian.